I'm 80 years old, and I wasted 57 years climbing a ladder that is leaning against the wrong wall. My name doesn't matter. What matters is that I built a career everyone admired. Corner office, 6-figure salary by 40, awards on the wall, respect from strangers who didn't know me at all. And if you're watching this, if something made you click, you probably feel it too. That you're running in a race you never agreed to enter. That you're winning at something that doesn't actually matter. I'm going to tell you what took me 57 years to understand. What cost me everything I can never get back. And if you're in your 20s, 30s, even your 50s, you still have time. But you need to hear this now. Because I didn't. And now I sit in this chair, looking at photographs of a life I was too busy to live. Stay with me. This will hurt. But it might save you. I started working at 23. Fresh out of business school. Sharp suit, hungry eyes. I remember my first day at the consulting firm like it was last Tuesday. The smell of new carpet and expensive coffee. Windows overlooking the city. I thought I'd made it. I thought this was the dream. My manager pulled me aside that first week. Older guy, maybe 50, he told me, "The people who succeed here are the ones who want it more than anyone else. The ones willing to sacrifice." I nodded. I didn't ask what I'd be sacrificing. I was 23. I thought I had forever, so I worked. 60-hour weeks became 70. Then 80. I'd leave before sunrise, come home after dark. My apartment was just a place to shower and sleep. My girlfriend at the time, Sarah, she'd leave notes on the kitchen counter. "Miss you. Are we still on for Saturday?" I'd find them days later, wrinkled, forgotten under briefing documents she left after 2 years. I remember her standing in the doorway with her suitcase. She said, "You're going to wake up one day and realize you built a beautiful career and an empty life." I told her she didn't understand, that I was building something, that this was temporary. It's been 55 years. It was never temporary. I got promoted, then promoted again. By 35, I was a vice president. By 42, senior partner. My father was proud. My mother showed my business cards to her friends. Strangers at dinner parties wanted to know my secret. And I felt nothing, just exhausted, just hollow. But I couldn't stop, because stopping meant admitting I'd been wrong. Stopping meant facing what I'd traded away. So I worked harder. I told myself the next promotion would feel different. The next bonus would fill the emptiness. The next achievement would prove it was all worth it. My son was born when I was 38. Michael, I was in Tokyo on a business trip. Didn't make it to the hospital. I saw him for the first time when he was 3 days old, and I remember thinking he looked like a stranger. Because he was. I held him for maybe 10 minutes before checking my phone. My wife's face. I can still see her expression. Disappointment that had calcified into resignation. I missed his first steps, his first words, his first day of school. I was always somewhere else, always in a meeting, on a flight, closing a deal. I told myself I was doing it for him, providing, building a future. But that was a lie. I was doing it because I didn't know how to stop, because my identity was wrapped so tightly around my job title that without it, I didn't know who I was. Michael turned 18. I flew home for his graduation, sat in the audience surrounded by parents who knew their children's friends, their favorite subjects, their dreams. I knew nothing. He walked across that stage, and I realized I was watching a stranger receive a diploma. At dinner that night, I tried. I asked him about college, about his plans. He answered in polite monosyllables, the way you'd talk to a distant uncle you see once a year. My wife sat silent, pushing food around her plate, and I felt it then, this terror, that I'd traded everything real for something that would disappear the moment I retired. But I still didn't change. Not yet. I worked another 18 years. 18 years. I told myself it was too late to change course, that I was too far in, too close to retirement, just a little longer. The same lie I'd told myself at 30, at 40, at 50. The moment that changed everything, the moment I finally understood what I'd done, was a Tuesday afternoon. Completely ordinary. I was 73 years old. I had a heart attack at my desk. Not a massive one, mild, the doctor said, a warning. I woke up in the hospital with tubes in my arms, and this crushing realization pressing down on my chest harder than any cardiac arrest. I was 73. I had maybe 10 good years left, and I'd spent 57 building a career that would forget me the moment I left. My wife was there. We'd been married 42 years and I barely knew her. She held my hand and I really saw it, how old we'd both become. How much time had passed while I was in meetings, while I was chasing promotions, while I was sacrificing tomorrow for a better position today. Michael came to visit. He's 42 now. Has 2 kids I've met maybe a dozen times. We sat there, father and son, with nothing to say to each other, because I'd missed it all. The conversations that build intimacy, the mundane moments that create connection. I'd been too busy achieving to actually live. The doctor asked if I had hobbies, things that brought me joy outside of work. I opened my mouth to answer and nothing came out, because I didn't. I hadn't read a book for pleasure in 30 years, hadn't taken a real vacation, hadn't sat on my porch and watched the sunset just because it was beautiful. Everything had been about work. And sitting in that hospital bed, I finally understood. I'd won a game that didn't matter. I'd sacrificed decades at the altar of a career that would replace me within weeks. I'd climbed and climbed and climbed, and when I looked down, everyone I loved was gone. So here's what I learned. What I need you to understand before you waste your life like I did. Your career will never love you back. Listen to me. Your company, no matter how much you sacrifice, no matter how many hours you give, no matter how loyal you are, will never come to your funeral and weep. They'll post your position online before your desk is cold. I gave 57 years to my firm. You know what I got for my retirement? A plaque and a dinner. They mispronounced my name. The work you think is so important, it's not. I'm sorry, but it's not. I thought the deals I closed mattered, that the clients I secured were changing the world. But I can barely remember their names now. It all blurred together into one long, grey corridor of conference rooms and airports. None of it was worth missing my life. Time is the only currency that matters, and you're spending it on the wrong things. Every hour in that office was an hour I didn't spend with my son. Every business trip was a weekend I didn't spend with my wife. Every promotion was another year of my life traded for prestige that evaporated the moment I stopped working. And you can't buy time back. No amount of money, no achievement, no corner office will give you one more Tuesday with the people you love. I know what you're thinking, but I need to work. I have bills. I have ambitions. Yes, I'm not telling you to quit your job and live in the woods. I'm telling you to stop making work your God. Stop believing the lie that success is measured in job titles and salary bumps. Stop sacrificing your life for your lifestyle. The people who love you want your presence, not your presence. I bought my wife jewelry, expensive vacations she took alone, a beautiful house she wandered through by herself. I thought providing was loving, but love isn't a paycheck. Love is showing up. It's being there for the boring Tuesday nights. It's listening when they talk about their day. It's putting your phone down and actually seeing the person in front of you. My grandson is 7. I tried to connect with him last Christmas. Bought him the most expensive toy in the store. He played with it for 10 minutes, then asked his mom when they were leaving, because you can't purchase relationship. You can't buy back the foundation you never built. He doesn't know me. And whose fault is that? Your deathbed regrets won't be about work. I've talked to other men my age, dozens of them. Successful people, CEOs, doctors, lawyers. You know what none of them say? Not one person has ever told me, I wish I'd spent more time at the office. I wish I'd closed one more deal. I wish I'd made partner faster. They say, I wish I'd been there when my daughter needed me. I wish I'd traveled with my wife when we were young. I wish I'd coached my son's baseball team. I wish I'd slowed down and noticed the life I was living. I'm dying, maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but soon. And when I go, I won't be thinking about the promotions. I'll be thinking about Michael's childhood, a movie I watched from the hallway, never sitting down. I'll be thinking about my wife, who deserved a partner, not a roommate who paid the bills. I'll be thinking about all the sunsets I never saw because I was staring at spreadsheets. Success without relationships is just expensive loneliness. That's the truth they don't tell you. You can have everything the world says matters and feel completely empty. I had money, respect, achievement, and I was miserable because humans aren't meant to live for work. We're meant to live for connection, for love, for beauty, for meaning beyond our productivity. So what do you do with this? How do you not end up like me? If you're in your 20s or 30s right now, listen closely. You think you have time. You don't. Not the way you imagine. Those years will vanish. Start now. Set boundaries around your work. Leave at 6. Turn off your email on weekends. Your career will survive. I promise you it will survive. But your relationships won't survive your neglect. Prioritize dinner with your family over networking events. Prioritize your child's recital over the optional meeting. Prioritize your marriage over the promotion. Because 20 years from now, the promotion won't hold your hand. It won't remember your birthday. It won't care that you're lonely. If you're in your 40s or 50s, you're where I was when I could have changed course, when I still had time to rebuild, to reconnect, and I didn't. Don't make my mistake. It's not too late. Your kids still want to know you. Your partner still remembers why they fell in love with you. But you have to show up. Not tomorrow. Not after the next project. Now, take the vacation. Leave work at work. Have the conversations you've been putting off. Apologize for the ways you've been absent. It will feel uncomfortable. You'll worry about your career trajectory. Let me tell you something, your career trajectory doesn't matter if you're traveling it alone. And if you're in your 60s or 70s, I see you. I know you think it's too late. It's not. You don't have decades, but you have now. Call your children. Apologize. Tell them the truth, that you were wrong, that you chose poorly, that you want to know them. Some bridges can be rebuilt, some cannot. But trying is better than sitting with regret. Start today. Not Monday. Not next month. Today. Because I'm 80 years old, and I would give every dollar I earned, every award I won, every achievement I collected. I would trade it all for one more year with my son when he was 7. For one more decade with my wife when we were young. For the chance to do it over and choose differently. But I can't. That time is gone. I sit in my living room now. Quiet house. Nice furniture no one uses. Photographs of a family that feels like acquaintances. My wife passed 2 years ago. We had 2 years together, but I was only really present for the last 7. After the heart attack. When I finally woke up, those 7 years, they were the best of my life. Better than any promotion. Really talked? Took walks. I learned things about her I'd never known. And then she was gone. And I have 7 years of memories to sustain me through the decades of absence. Michael calls once a month. Dutiful, polite. He's a good man. Better than me. He coaches his kids' soccer teams. He leaves work at 5. He learned from my failures. But we're not close. We don't have the foundation. And that's on me. That's my burden to carry. I can't change my past. I can't get back the 57 years I spent building a career instead of a life. I can't undo the damage. Can't reclaim the moments I traded for meetings. But you can change your future. You're watching this right now because something resonated. Because part of you knows you're on the wrong path. Knows you're sacrificing what matters for what doesn't. Trust that instinct. That's your soul trying to save you from becoming me. Don't wait like I did. Don't tell yourself you'll change after the next promotion, the next bonus, the next achievement. That day never comes. There's always one more rung to climb. One more goal to reach. It's a trap, and by the time you realize it, everyone you loved will have learned to live without you. Start today. Close your laptop an hour early. Hug your children. Ask your partner about their dreams. Be present. Because time is running out, not someday, but right now, this moment, and you'll never get it back. I'm 80 years old, and if I could go back and tell my 23-year-old self one thing, it would be this: the job doesn't matter. The people do. Choose them. Choose life. Before it's too late, don't end up like me, please. Don't end up like me.